Hello everyone, this is Lori Satu and this is going to be my dance portfolio for dance appreciation class with Professor Gail. And today I'm going to talk about one of the choreographers that I was really interested in searching for, and her name is Martha Graham. So anyone studying the history of dance will come across the name of Martha Graham. Her incredible career spanned 60 years, and during her lifetime, she saw contemporary dance evolve from a new art form to a well-established one, in large part due to her contribution, because she's an American modern dance and choreographer. She's the mother of American dance, and her school is the oldest school in the dance in the United States. We're gonna next talk about her technique for a little. Her technique Graham technique evolved from her study of the effect of breathing. So she took the natural rhythm of exhale and inhale and turned it into a whole body contraction and release, okay? The tightening of muscle and the let go. And this basis of Graham technique helped her to express the underlying tension present in much of her choreography. The dancers in her work often caught between conflicts, desire, between giving into their what I'm gonna passion or range of controlling themselves. And she developed the principle, as I said, of a contraction and release. An original technique was rooted in the form of expressionism. She linked movement to emotions expressions and developed a vocabulary to communicate emotion, exploring deep within her own psyche. Okay. Okay, so moving from her technique, we're gonna talk about her style, like the style of her work. So the first thing as we talk right now is the contrast and tightening of muscle in the center of the body, followed by a relaxation or release of the same muscle. Set, music, and costume, they're always like interesting and always unique, and lightning created specifically for each dance. Further, the emotions impact on each work, action centered around one person at a time, and we're gonna see this later because I'm gonna include a little video to show you how every time she focuses on somebody. And then groups of them typically act as a single entity like chores, and her story usually is told by like a woman perspective. Okay, now we're gonna talk about specifically today about one of her famous work, which is the Appalachian Spring. Appalachian Springs is in 1944, conceived and choreographed by Martha Graham. It's an art that came out of the American experience, as I talked about right now, explores the lives of a young pioneer husband and his bride beginning a life together on the American frontier. Okay, and just as a like a broad picture here, this is what we're gonna see most of the time. This is the whole set or like the setting of the piece that we're gonna see, or the work, and lighting by Jean Rosenthal. And from the left to right, the first one we see is Martha, and next is May Donnell, the fourth follower right there on the white next to the white wall, and then Mars, and this is like a priest, and then Eric on the all the way at the right. Okay, and now we are going to explain who worked on each part of this master so that it looked the way we see it as it is right now. Okay, and then first thing we're gonna talk about is the setting by Isamu Noguchi. So his sets, as we can see right here, gives just the outline of the couple house and merely suggests the preacher's pulpits, right? right here where the piece would like stand, and I was able to capture this so you can see it like more than one time if you like. And this concept fits Martha Graham choreography, which gives us a hint of the character struggle and desire without telling the exact story or what's gonna be on her story. And she likes you to imagine and fill in gaps in order to know what's going on in her story or in her work. Okay. Next, we're gonna talk about the music by Aaron Copland. And talking about the music, the composer includes American Shaker Folks melody in his score for this work. The Shakers, a religion group, created many songs that have become popular, and it is all about living simply, as you can hear. If you want me to pause for a little. So it's about living simply, having faith, and being satisfied with one's life. It's very simple, very holy, and I really love the music. And not just me. He got also a Pulitzer Prize for music in 1945 for it. And Graham and Copland joint project was commissioned by the Library of Congress and first performed on October 30th in the seats of College Auditorium. Uh, the relatively small size of the plays required Copland to accomplish his vision of music with just 13 instruments, but still he earned that prize for music for making this masterpiece with Graham. And we're gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk a lot about the storyline of the project, but she showed that the couple will face a future that will not be all sweet and tight and light, but she also draw out the private and shared emotional resources that they will be able to bring to the challenges, and having all the dancers on stage all the time makes it feel like there is no escape from the situation have. They have to face it and they have to be in it and they have to find a way. And the dancers and all the time of work must deal with the reality facing them and cannot escape the difficulties, the choices they must have. Okay. Now, we're gonna talk about the costume. It was surprisingly for me that Graham likes to create most of the costumes. Okay, and she often designed the costume for her dancer and worked closely with the composer and set designer, and the aspects of performance came out to support her vision. And the costume here, it was with the help of Edith Gilfond, and the costumes were look like clothes, pioneers, and religious devotees that would be worn back then in the 18th century, right? And now I'm gonna show you the performance for like just a couple seconds just to see how the performance look like, and I would love that you're gonna enjoy it. And we can see how all the work that everybody did create this beautiful piece. And it's important for us to always think about all the work that have been done in order to create this piece, okay? And every piece. And I like to just include this quote before I conclude. It is with your feet that you move, but it is with your heart that you dance. And as we saw after watching all this presentation, there was a lot of work done in order for this piece to be the way it is right now and we see it. So we have to appreciate the dance, appreciate the work, appreciate everything that they have done in order for us to see this beautiful piece. And thank you all for watching, and it was a very nice class to be in and interesting. Thank you, Professor, as well.